Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, I beg una. Also remember to like and comment on my video. Also please press the notification bell so you know when I post a video. Thanks for watching once again, and please share with your loved ones. Today we'll be talking about the recent development in Basketmouth's marriage. He talked about their separation, and he wants them to, we should be kind and just respect their decision. Honestly, a lot is going on out there. We have to be honest with ourselves. It's not easy. I feel sorry for people that are going through this in their marriage. I feel sorry for all that are struggling and marriages that are failing. Believe me, it's not easy. I feel really sorry for those who are involved. I can imagine the process, thinking about it. I believe they think about it for a long time, and then they decide that this is not working. Then they make up their mind, and then they come to the stage of acceptance. It is not an easy journey, and I don't wish any one of us to go through it. And I think we should show some empathy to people that are going through that, because there are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of things out there that makes it, you think it's easier to just opt out. So I just pray that people out there will going through difficulty in their marriages, or those that think they cannot cope, that God will intervene and then see them through. And if they have made decision to separate, that they will have peace through the process. It's not easy at all. Today I'll be talking about some points that can help some of us. I know marriage is not, I keep saying it, there is no perfect marriage out there, and it's not easy for anyone. So, but we'll give ourselves some tips that will still help to spicing things up. One of the things I believe in is that iron sharpeneth iron. We can't do it alone. Sometimes in our marriages, we all feel, oh, what am I even doing here? We all have that moment. And sometimes the way we think, oh, maybe the next day we are thinking, oh, thank God, it's just a blessing. So it can change at any time. Today you are thanking God for the wonderful husband. Tomorrow you are thinking, which kind of man be this one? So it's just, we need to be honest with ourselves that it's not always 100%. It's not always 100%. So we should show some love to those who are not able to cope with it anymore and are happy to separate. Yeah, it's not easy, and we need to encourage them. So what we'll be talking about today is things that can help. If you're already in this kind of stage in marriage, you don't even need to be in this stage, because we all go through the stages almost every now and then. Sometimes you're very excited, sometimes you just feel so tired, and do you know that most of the problems people experience in the marriage has nothing to do with their spouse? Sometimes it's even external, So, but what we are praying is that God will give us wisdom to be able to manage, or to be able to understand how to go about resolving our problems. For example, I'm going to talk about commitment. It's one of the things that keeps us going. When you have decided that come what may, I am staying. It's not always applicable, especially if there is domestic abuse, and if there are other kind of abuse, if it's emotional or psychological, and you think you're losing your mind, then in that case, I would say, instead of losing your mind, what would you gain from losing your mind over a marriage? So in those kind of extreme cases, we're not referring to those extreme cases now. So we're talking about a normal marriage that most people are just, sometimes they're not happy, sometimes they just feel upset, so that's what we're referring to. You need to make up your mind. That's commitment to stay. It's a decision, and sometimes you need to think of the good times when you come to that point. You are like, which kind of marriage with this one, or which kind of husband with this one. You need to remember those good times. You need to remember the promise. You need to look at the end goal. You need to reassure yourself, So that is it. It's a decision you make and you want to stick with. Then you also need to understand your spouse and the people around him or them. You need to understand them, because sometimes most confusion in marriage is not even knowing what the problem is. Take out your time to understand what the actual problem is, because they say problem known is half solved. Find out more. And when you find out what that actual problem is, you can't fix people, remember. You just need to look for ways around it. And sometimes it's for you to fix yourself. Because if you fix yourself, the person will see that the person will adjust. Yeah. For example, instead of maybe trying to make a man respect, you don't respect me, you don't respect me, you don't respect me. You need to now think about yourself. How can I make myself respectable? Do I need to upgrade myself? Do I need to acquire more skills? Do I need to create more boundary? Do I need to, sometimes you maybe oversimplicity is all for good. But sometimes in marriage, when you see that it's not working, then you just make some amendments. Think about how can you carry yourself in a respectful way. How can you command that respect that he doesn't give to you freely? Don't get me wrong, there are men out there that will respect you, whether you are jovial, whether you sit on the floor, whether whether you eat with your hand, they just respect. Respect is their own thing. They were groomed to respect people. But there are some people that you have to command respect from. Not when I mean command, you need to, if you don't, it depends on how you behave, then you're not respected. That is just an example. So sometimes it's about you changing your own self, creating your own boundaries, and developing that self-awareness and development. Then that respect or that person will adjust. Okay? They don't know when it happens. Then also be intentionally kind. Oversense for marriage no good. If you think say, na my mugu not the marriage. He might be kind to you today, might be falling mugu for you today. Tomorrow is falling mugu for you. He knows he is doing that, and what he does is he sweeps those emotions under the carpet. Let me just let her be. Now her way. He will just sweep it under the carpet. But you know what it means when people sweep things under the carpet? It comes out in different forms. Okay? So all those you oversense, mind yourself, because you cheat him here, he overlooks it. You don't know how he gets it out. You don't know how he gets his revenge. So what I'm saying is, try and be kind. If someone shows you kindness, do your best to reciprocate. Oversense, not the word for marriage. Do yourself, try to reciprocate. Try to be kind as well. And also on the other way around, when you are kind to your spouse, give them the opportunity as well to be kind to you in return. Okay? It is good. It is good for you two to feel appreciated, for you two to feel rewarded, for you two to feel that sense of appreciation is a good thing. It helps to build marriage, self-confidence and all that. And also, lastly, because of time, I have to run off now. We need to start thinking of mentorship. Look for people who have gone far in their marriage, who are still doing well. Marriage is something unpredictable. Today can be doing well, and tomorrow people have changed their mind. They want to break up. But so far where you are, look for people that are doing well in their marriage, that are still married, people that you admire. Observe how they live their lives. And when you are in a difficult situation, ask yourself, what would this person do if it was the person that is in this situation? It might not be the best answer that you will get. You might give yourself the answer that you want to give yourself. It might not be the actual correct answer. Maybe the person will even shout, but you, because you have seen that person, you think, oh, she's very good in a marriage. In your mind, you will say, she will do the opposite. She'll be kind in return. So have your own mentor in your head. How will these people react? And then sometimes it's not easy. So try to get some information, like if you have mentorship coach, and you don't need to wait until your marriage break before you use counselors. Sometimes you need counseling to refresh you, for skills to manage your marriage. And things you find online, things like this video, use them to refresh your mind, just to remind yourself what marriage is all about. It requires hard work. It is not easy for anyone. I think it's that commitment, okay? And most importantly, please remember to take care of yourself. Stress contributes to failure in marriage. A lot of stress. Make sure you are having good sleep. Make sure the home is peaceful for your other half to have his own good sleep. Make sure he's not working too hard, that he's not getting enough sleep. That's why it's good for two partners to be working and contributing towards the financial needs of the family. So let it not be too hard for the other person, because stress causes problems in marriage. Remember to be prayerful, because we can't do it by our power or by our own self, by our own power. Okay, take care of yourself, be kind, be good, and remember to love yourself and your spouse. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.